What is faith? Have you ever thought about it? What is faith? I have a biblical definition from Scripture, and it says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, which says to me it's the essence of what I'm really hoping will happen or what will manifest, and it's also the evidence of that which I want to see or I'm seeing in my mind, but it isn't really physically present yet, but it will be. It's the evidence of things not yet seen. Okay? Faith is such a powerful thing because here's why. It can move you to do things otherwise unheard of. You can surmount insurmountable odds if you have faith. I was speaking with a friend last night about wars and how wars are fought, how wars are won. And I was recalling the battle or the winter that the American Revolutionary Forces spent in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. A dark, cold, miserable winter without provision, without food. They were eating soup made of boiled leather. They were living in ramshackle huts that just the wind whistled through it like through paper. Their boots had worn out for many of them. Many of them had their feet wrapped with rags. And the British troops were able to follow them through the snow based on the blood trails that were left from those bloody feet going through the snow. This was how destitute they were. This was how bad things were. While the British troops were in Boston and New York and Philadelphia dancing around, having a gay old time, eating, drinking, making merry. And these guys were just barely hanging on by the very skin of their teeth. But what got them through that? What got them through the dark days of winter, through the Christmas season away from their family, through the howling winds and the horrible nights cold of dysentery and pneumonia and coughing and all this stuff that it did take quite a few lives, actually. But what made them go through that? What they saw was a nation. What they saw was a vision. What they saw was freedom from the tyranny of that wicked King George. And that alone gave them faith. And that faith empowered their thoughts. It empowered their minds. It empowered their bodies. When there was no physical strength left in them, that faith kept them moving forward. That faith caused them to take the next step, caused them to hold on to the next breath, to wait for the next dawn and the next hope that they could embrace. And we all know the outcome. We have this great nation because of that sacrifice. So are you going through some things? You ever have those kind of times when you're wondering what you should do? Henry Ford said that his greatest opposition to his invention of the horseless carriage, the automobile, was from his family. They mocked him and they said, forget that silly contraption and come on back in here with the rest of us and play cards, or, forget your wild fantasies. We've got horses and carriages. We've had them for thousands of years. It's good enough. But he saw something that didn't yet exist. He had a substance of something in front of him that was not really there. And he saw beyond what the physical limitations were through faith. And faith empowered his thoughts, empowered his mind, empowered his actions. And today we have automobiles based on his internal combustion engine and all the things that he did. So if you're going through things right now, and people might be mocking you, your friends might be deserting you, whispering behind your back, calling you crazy, whatever, remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. Remind yourself that you have a vision, a faith, and that faith it will come into your thoughts, and it will power your thoughts. It will enliven you, and it will give you strength if you have no strength. It will give you ability to carry on when you think you just can't carry on anymore. And that's why we have faith. That's what faith does for us. So put your faith in something worthwhile. Make it worthwhile. Make it something that's going to make this a better planet, a better place for everybody involved, and see that you don't get some help in making that happen. So that's what I'd have to say tonight. Keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith.